Hello everyone, welcome back to my Linux 101, and today we will be logging into our root account. So type root, I entered the wrong password. Okay, so a couple things. If we type present working directory, we're in /root. We type list, nothing. Notice /root, if we change directory and back up, it's not in the home directory. Root's home is it's slash, it's /root. That is by design. If you haven't figured out from navigating, Linux has it has a file hierarchy. This type of file system it is. Okay. Now, the reason we logged into the root account is we're going to install some packages. We're just going to install them for right now. I'll make a better video on fully using the package manager, which we'll be using apt for right now. So the first thing we want to do is we want to do apt-get space update. Okay. Now we want to press the up arrow key. That'll show our last command. And we will say upgrade. Okay. We didn't have any packages to upgrade. Nothing was installed, nothing was removed. So now we're going to type apt-get install. We're going to type vim. And it'll tell you the following additional packages on top of the vim package will be installed. Okay. So I'm going to hit yes. And I'm also going to install the vim docs. So I want to say, I guess it just incorporates it in there. All right. For other programs, well, installing one by one is kind of a pain. Let's install multiple at the same time. I'm going to install nmap. I'm going to install links. Whoops. Sorry, not sudo. Sorry. apt-get install nmap space links. So we can see we're now adding more packages. Links is a web browser. Command line web browser. Yeah, those still work. And nmap is a port scanning program. Let's install some more though. Let's install, I don't want to do Emacs. Let's install htop. Let's do a space. Let's install screen. Do a space. Let's install MC. Do a space. What else can we install? Let's install SL. So we're installing 4 programs. And let's hit yes. Now, did I install SL? Oh. Oh, that's right. You cannot run SL as root. It won't let you. Okay, all right. Let's install Python. You have to install Python. What version of Python are we installing? If we look, We're installing Python 2.7. No, we don't want to do that by default. Let's install Python 3. Oh, Python 3 is already installed, is it? Wait. So it is. Okay, well, we don't need to install Python 2.7. So let's not install that. What else can we get? Is telnet installed? Yeah. What about a command line calculator? Yeah. Okay. But no pack. Okay. Now I'm doing a cert. I think it's apt search. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to search packages. Now, I need to stress when we get to the GUI, this seems really confusing, right? Do not worry. Most of the time, if you're using tutorials, it'll just say install, this, this, and this, and it'll give you like the sudo apt-get thing. I didn't talk about sudo yet. We're not there. I will in just a second though. And you can pretty much copy and paste them. Well, I recommend typing them, right? Actually, don't copy and paste commands, even installation commands, unless they're from a trusted source. But let's say I want to search for something. Like, let's say I know the general name of a package, and I need to stress when you use a GUI, when I get to that, like, I'm sure this doesn't make a lot of sense, and it's like, this is really confusing, and it is. It can be, right? As someone who uses both the GUI and a command line day to day, when I'm doing a tutorial for something or installing a new technology and like new packages, and I'm just using the command line, cool. When I'm trying to find something though, I might use a graphical user interface package manager, right? I mean, it's totally fine, you know. But there's a game I play. It's called Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. Let's install that. I know, I know the name of the game. I don't know the exact package name though, so we're going to search for it. We're going to do apt space search, and I'm going to try typing crawl. We're going to get nethack stuff. All right. We're going to get Python. This isn't helping me. Apt search. I'm going to type in dungeon. Okay. Don't really want to install nethack. Try dungeon crawl. Really? Huh. All right. Let's install. Let's install nethack-console. Yeah, you can have games on your computer. Nothing wrong with that. And I'm just going to try typing in. Oh, you know what, actually? It might be. So I'm going to say apt search. It might be stone soup. Okay. Let's see if apt can help us. Can also remove packages too. There's a search. Okay. Apt. Let's try this again. Apt search games. Whoa, that's a lot. You know what? Let's output this to a text file. Gives us a warning. Fair. And let's concatenate games. Ah, it's very big. It's a lot. Let's pipe it. Now we're using a pipe. So what we're doing is we're breaking up, or no, we're not breaking up actually. Okay, I need to have an entire video on pipes. We are running a command. So we're running cat. We're concatenating games. And then after we concatenate games, we're taking the output of cat and piping it to the less command. And less, it's the opposite of more. That's not that helpful, is it? No. Wow. Okay. You know, sometimes these yeah, I'm going to pipe it to more actually. Sometimes these manual manual entries are not the greatest in explaining a command. But okay, let's look. So we have a bunch of games. It's in alphabetical order, and I know I need to go down to D. So I want Dungeon Crawl. Oh, really? Okay, let's try S. Maybe it's not by default anymore. It used to be a thing. Just wanted to prove a cool point, but oh. All right. We will get there. Now, if I was a smart person, I would use this to talk about file manipulation and just finding what you want using grep and awk and all that. But I'm not because that's a later date. Okay, this is an exercise in futility. Let's just remove the games. Now, I need to stress you are root right now. If you following along with me, be careful. Okay? Be careful when you run commands. Let's install sudo. apt-get install sudo. I think it's it's not installed by default. All right. Now we can edit sudo. We got to talk about groups too, talk about permissions. You know what? We're just going to install it for right now. We're not going to add anyone to it. Don't you touch it yet. All right. Let's install. I don't want to install that. Let's install OpenSSH. Nope, Sorry, I'm prefixing stuff with sudo. Let's install SSH. Yeah, let's install SSH. Okay. Now, we're going to do a little bit of learning about services here, kind of ad hoc, but real quick. So we installed htop, I believe, and if not, okay, yes, we did. So we can use the top command to view system resources. It is not that user-friendly. Welcome to htop. Very user-friendly. I want to see, is SSH running? SSHD is running. Okay. Now you're also going to notice, like, you know, you have your DHCP client. You're going to see some other things. If in this little handy dandy tutorial you decided to go ahead and install a GUI, you're going to see a lot of processes. We can also see htop now. Look, htop is running. The program we ran. Isn't that cool? Let's just quit. We can hit F10. Now, I need to make sure. Yes. Okay. We need to use the service command. We're going to do service SSH status. And this is the OpenBSD secure shell server. It is listening on port 22. We can SSH into our VM right now. We don't want to do that. Let's do service stop service SSH stop. And then I need to check service again. So if you give me a minute. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay. This is, yeah, it's a pretty old man page, January 2006. So, not a lot of information on how to use this. And this is an older standard, and I guarantee I'm going to have people being like, you should use system control, right? You should use all that. Okay. I'm not going to get into that political debate. It's not worth my time. I will go over using system control at a much later date. I find that's very confusing for beginners. And you might be like, what's the... So this, using services is the very old way of managing process, essentially managing services, like just like on Windows, you have services that run at boot, all that stuff, like start and stop, that sort of thing. Services is like the really old school way to do it. Real simple though, right? System control is the, or system D, whatever, is the newer one. Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, we installed NetHack, right? Yeah. Yeah, we should check that out. But I'm trying to think in my head. I didn't write down all the programs I wanted to install. Oh, I'm an idiot. What else? What else can I install? Oh, should I install a command line music player? No. So we want to hit no for that. Too big. Too many things for right now. I think there's a default chess program. I think it's Xboard. No, actually, wait. That'll install that. We don't want to install that either. Let's see. Oh, I thought that was a package. Um, let's see. Yeah, look at that. That was the cmatrix package. See, look, looks like that movie, The Matrix, the old one, old school one. Okay, I'm just kind of messing around here now. You know what? For a later date, let's install GCC. It's a compiler. Scary, right? It's it's programming. I might not get into it, but I might. So it's going to do a bunch of things. It's going to install. Should also install the man pages. Okay. I'm going to do apt-get install. I'm going to install make. M-A-K-E. Okay. What else we got? What else we got? I think that's pretty much it. Okay, now what we want to type is we want to type exit. It takes us back to the login screen. Now I'm going to log in as my normal account. Oh, hi, I'm here. Let's do ls. Let's do a fun one. Let's do SL since we installed it. It's a little train. Look at that. The I don't know the whole reason why the creator. Well, I guess we can see. Yep. So, in my mind, this this program helps you slow down. Like you're typing commands really fast, hitting enter, not really thinking. You're typing so fast that instead of typing ls to list, you type sl. Let's do SL with the A switch. They're panicking. Oh my god. Oh, that is so cool. Let's see. Does cmatrix work? Yep. Okay. Is there any cool little things we can do with that? Oh, we can. We can change how. Well, that's really fast compared to the other one. Excuse me. We can change how things work. And then now we can open htop. And we can see the root programs. Hey, we can see us. We can see our user account. We can see the PID, which is the process ID. That's important. How much CPU memory? Yeah. Do I have NC installed? Yeah, okay. We have netcat installed. Yeah. So we just installed some programs in root. We're not done. I mean, this is going to pick up uh, in later episodes. I'm just thinking like I need to showcase permissions. I need to have a long talk about that. I need to talk about some very specific command line utilities that deserve their own book, like grep and awk. Oh, actually, let's log back into root. I entered the password wrong. Let's install net tools. Okay. I think there's a, let's see, apt-get install net dash tools. Oh, wait, I have config is already installed? Does it work? Let's switch back to our normal account. Hold on here. See, we're learning. Why can I not use ifconfig? Command is clearly installed, but I can use ip-adder. Why is that actually? Oh, that's why. Okay, well, do not worry about it. Don't worry at all, actually. This is a conversation for a later date. NetTools is most likely installed. And what I'm going to do, if I can think of any other programs, actually, let me see. It should be by default. Yep. But awk. Yep. Okay. Clear. No, not clear. Okay. If I could think of any other programs to install, what I will be doing is putting it in the description. And you might be like, I mean, I'm sure, like, if you've read ahead and just, like, Googled and just followed other tutorials, we're, they're a lot faster paced. Okay? I mean, you're probably using sudo right now to install stuff on your user account, right? I'm teaching an older methodology here, um, where we have a separate root account, we have a separate administrator, and we have a user account. And with the user account, it's not going to have root. It might not even have sudo. We may, we'll create an account in the future that'll have sudo. Okay? But this account we're using right now isn't going to have it. So we may do a lot of logging into root to install stuff and to make some system-wide configuration changes and then logging back into our user account. And you know what? That's okay. All right, in my personal and professional opinion, it's a very good security policy that nowadays isn't followed for a number of reasons. I mean, it's it can be very unwieldy, as you can see. But when you're used to doing it all the time, it's kind of a second nature. But don't worry, we'll go over sudo. I need to talk about permissions next in groups, which we and yeah, actually no, I should talk. I'm gonna do grep and awk next, and then I'm gonna do then I'll do like user account creation, and then groups, and that'll pretty much all be using like the root account to set up groups, and then we'll add a user or two, we'll play with it. We're gonna have a lot of fun, but I hope you enjoyed it so far, and if you have any questions, please let me know. I may not be the uh, greatest teacher. I ramble a lot, but I like to think I'm more relaxed about it. All right, have a good one.